ready with Rashley's BBQ. Today we're at South Texas Outdoor Kitchens. We're going to be taping a class being put on by Chris Marks, 9-time American Royal Champion. Chris is going to be cooking up some turkey, some pork tenderloin, and some pork belly. So y'all stay tuned and we'll be back. Chris has just finished the spatchcocked technique, which is removing the backbone and laying the chicken open so that the heat can distribute more evenly, heat can reach the turkey more evenly, and it's easier to get spices in. Let's join Chris as he continues his prep.
Now, unlike a regular turkey or a beer butt type canned turkey or something like this, I'm never able to get any kind of flavoring in here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take some olive oil. What do I use olive oil for? I use it for coloring. It gives me a nice color. I'm looking for that nice rich. Be able to come in here underneath and get flavoring up underneath. So in my family, we concentrate mainly on white meat because that's what the girls like. Dark meat, what? We have a lot more fat in there. And fat, basically, when we're talking about flavor, equates to flavor. Okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to put some olive oil on the outside.
After Chris finishes prepping the turkey, he takes the class outside to take a look at a turkey that he had started earlier that morning so that it'd be ready for tasting during the class. He also gives the class some tips on turkey cooking, temperatures, and some tips on the Goodwin Marshall. Let's join them now.
So again, doing exactly what we wanted to do. That thigh's cooking quicker, so that thigh's going to be at our cooking point. We're just waiting for that breast to finish up to about 160 degrees. Okay? That's going to give us the optimal time to eat. Okay? So why don't you come on back in?
After taking a short break, the turkey was ready. So let's join them as they reach that moment that everybody had been waiting for.
We're going to take this turkey apart and eat it. And this was actually, he got his finger cut off. This was a wounded turkey. Okay. The tenderloin, that's going to be our breast muscle right here. Coming off here, this is going to be that tenderloin right there. So that's that nice tender piece. Go ahead and try that one.
After the turkey tasting, Chris started prepping the pork tenderloin, so let's join him now as he describes his techniques.
So we're going to clean some of this sinew off. And you can see we have a single muscle here, single muscle cut. I'm going to take the tenderloins, I'm going to set it into them. Give them a nice little roll in it. This is just the first part of the preparation. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take powdered garlic. Not garlic salt, but powdered garlic. Okay, why do I use powder? It's more intense. So I'm going to temp in my thicker pieces, probably my fronts and in my middles. I'm going to be looking for that temperature of about 155 there. Okay, knowing that these will probably finish up a little bit higher on the quarters. You'll have your loin strap that comes down. This is the tenderloin. It's going to lay right up under that loin.
After the tenderloin was prepped, it was outside to pull the cooked ones off the grill for a taste test. Let's join them.
That's what I like about the smoker right there. 157, 155. Is I'm going to do a little bit of a glaze. This is my Three Little Pigs Chipotle sauce. So I'll do a light little glaze on this. Okay. What I want you to notice is the smoke ring. We've got a beautiful smoke ring. Notice it's dripping. That's a good thing. But that's that tenderness that we're looking for in that tenderloin. Take a listen.
I thought you will.
After everybody had an opportunity to partake of the pork loin, Chris began to prep the pork belly. So let's join him and see some of his techniques on that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to score across. What does the score give me? It gives me the ability to get my rubs in a little bit deeper. Now on my rub, what I like to do is I like to use the touch of cherry rub. Got a lot of sugar in it. What's that sugar going to give me? Going to give me a great crust on it. Okay. We're going to be cooking this for maybe 2 to 3 hours. We're going to be looking for that temperature of about 200 to 210 right here in the dead center. Or we're going to be looking for feel. We're going to be looking for a nice softness. Okay, once it's broken down, it'll be nice and soft. Now, what we can do to this, we can do it a couple different ways. We can actually, what we call double burn it. What's a double burn is I'm going to actually cook this and smoke this, run it to 210. Then I'm going to actually, once my chunks are cooked, I'm going to cut them up into chunks. I'm going to move them into a catering pan. I'm going to put it back onto the smoker, give it a little more time on the smoker, basically double burn ends. You got 7 different adjustments in that guy. The other thing is you can take that bottom tray, drop it all the way down the bottom. I can do 9.
Chris pulled the pork belly that was done off of the smoker, brought it in, and everybody took a taste test. Let's join them.
We're going to build a beautiful crust across here. What's that crust going to act like? It's going to lock that moisture down. Okay? So that's why we're going to get these nice crispy pieces. Notice I also scored it. What does that give me the ability to do? It gives me the ability to get more of the flavoring of the rub and deeper into the side of the belly. Okay? So, this one also has skin on, so you'll have to work through the skin a little bit when you eat it. But you can notice the moisture that we've got here within it. Got a lot of moisture that we're running within this pork belly. Okay? That's flavor, guys. It's a lot of flavor.
You didn't brine that, did you?
No, did not brine. And we'll talk about that after, because I do like to brine sometimes, and it's basically curing it. I'll cure it.
Would you try to hold it down?
No, one time we had it and you cut it and put it back on there and how, you do that when it's thicker?
Yes.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, this is thin. This is real thin.
As an added bonus, Rabble Rouser Craft Beers was in the house. It was really fun to pair the different things that Chris had prepared to the 4 or 5 different varieties of beer they had brought in. They brought in a pale ale, a stout, several different kinds, and it was good to see the interaction between the barbecue and the beers. So that was just a lucky bonus. Those were just a few highlights of Chris Mark's class held at South Texas Outdoor Kitchens on Saturday. We hope y'all enjoyed the video. It was just the highlights. It wasn't an in-depth look at his class, not giving away all his secrets, but according to Chris, he has no secrets he's willing to share with everybody. But still, if y'all ever have an opportunity to take a class that Chris is teaching, I recommend you really do it. It's a lot of fun, good food. He's a great guy to work with. Well, I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, click like. We hope you'll subscribe. And we'll see y'all again down the road on Rashley's BBQ. Adios.